What is going on, everyone? It's Brad or DemonAsylum here. I'm bringing you all a new Destiny video. I'm showing you guys once again all of the rewards I got from the past week, from the Nightfall, the raid, anything I bought from Xur, etc. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm not going to be showing you guys, as usual, the guns that I got this past week until we're at the final character of mine, which will be my Titan. But I do still have some new stuff on my other tier characters to show and update you guys on. So first of all, I did get another Timebreaker Sparrow, which isn't anything real special. That's just from the Vault of Glass. I got two more class armors for my Warlock. I got Forgotten Force, which I believe is from a Vanguard package, and then I got the Fragment of the Prime class armor again from the Vault of Glass. Everything here, as far as my armor pieces go, is the same as it was last week. However, I do have all this stuff upgraded now to the point where I just need to drop shards and, of course, glimmer into them, which I don't have glimmer at the moment. So once I do, I believe I'll have enough shards to max this guy out to 32, and then I can start trying to figure out what I'm going to upgrade next and what exotic combination along with my raid gear I'm going to use. As of right now, it's not looking too good with my stats, and so I do definitely need to even this stuff out and figure out what the best build I can go about being 32 is. But that's it for my Warlock, so let's go ahead and hop over to my Hunter now. Alright guys, so the first thing I want to show you here on my Hunter is the new Sparrow I have. It's called the S13 Grave Robber. I didn't even know this thing existed. I've never seen anybody with it, and I've never seen it on the Crota's End loot table before. I got it from doing the hard mode of Crota's End raid, and I was pretty excited when I got it, because again, I just didn't know it existed. Unfortunately though, it doesn't look like it has any better durability or speed than the Sparrow you get from Vault of Glass, so that was a little bit disappointing, but still, it looks cool, so I was happy that I got it. I also have the Glowhoo armor shader here, which you get from the hard mode of Crota's End raid, and I also noticed that I have the Light in the Abyss ship, which I believe is the one you get from the normal mode of Crota's End raid. Up here again, I'm not showing you guys guns until my final character, which is my Titan. I do have two new class armors here. I have the Shroud of Flies, which is the one you get from the Crota's End raid, and then I also got Shattered Vault Cloak for the first time ever. I didn't even realize that I did not have this cloak yet, but I got this from the Vault of Glass, and this is the first time I got it, so I was kind of happy about that too. Down here, I did get another pair of boots from the Crota's End raid, and these actually have some discipline, whereas these have strength. As you can see, this is the only item I'm wearing that is not fully maxed out, and it's because it only has strength that I decided not to max it out. So I'm glad I waited, because I did end up getting some boots with discipline, so I'll be upgrading these before I finish these off. I'll end up getting rid of those eventually. I also ended up buying the Radiant Dance Machines from Xur. I know they're really not that great, especially because they have strength, but I'm the kind of person, again, who likes to collect as many exotics as I can get my hands on. Now there's nothing new item wise here. The only thing new is that all three of these items are fully maxed out, and I did that because we have intellect for this, discipline for this, and I believe this helmet was already maxed out. I'll probably eventually be switching this exotic to something else, maybe a different helmet, or once I get the Hunter raid helmet, I'll be switching to a different piece of exotic armor, but I don't really have to worry about that now because I don't have the raid helmet yet. So that's all I have to show for you guys here on my Hunter, and let's finally hop over to my Titan. Alright guys, so here we are on my Titan. Let's go ahead and start with the good stuff. So first of all, I finally got the Fatebringer hand cannon from the Vault of Glass. I have been trying to get this for so long, and it frustrated me very much that I had never gotten the Fatebringer before, but luckily I ended up getting it this past week, and I was so happy. I know that it's not nearly as relevant of a weapon now as it was back before Crota's End raid came out, or even before the hard mode of Crota's End raid came out, but it's still a pretty good and relevant weapon in my opinion for multiple different things, so I'm very glad that I finally got it, even just from a collector's perspective. So I'm definitely upgrading this. As you can see, I'm about halfway there, and I'm going to be finishing this off 100% in the near future. I also ended up getting a couple other new weapons here. I got another Mythoclast from doing the Vault of Glass, and then I also got, let's see, I got another Atheon's Epilogue, as well as another Pray to this Timepiece, both of those from the Vault of Glass. And then from the Crota's End raid, I did end up getting the Word of Crota hand cannon, and I also ended up getting the Oversoul Edict pulse rifle. There's still two other primaries that I can get from the Crota's End raid, and I assume that I may end up getting them next week. I'll just have to wait and see, but I'm hoping that I do get them, even just to have them. So down here, I did end up getting another Plan C. I got this from the Crota's End raid as well. I didn't notice until the activity rewards popped up that I actually ended up getting this, but I did, so I'll be breaking that down for another shard. As you can see, I already have one here that I am in the middle of upgrading. And then down here, I did end up getting a new rocket launcher. The only reason I'm really even keeping this is basically just because I don't have an arc weapon that goes up to 331 damage. So for the next arc modifier, Nightfall, if I don't have a better weapon with arc damage for a heavy weapon by then, I'll be using this instead. So yeah, that's all we have for weapons. Let's go down here. I did get another Timebreaker Sparrow from the Vault of Glass. Nothing, special about that. I got another Glowhu Armor Shader from the Crota's End raid, and I also got the hard mode Crota's End raid Bane of Dark God ship, which looks pretty sick in my opinion. So I'm glad I got that. And let's go up here. For class armors, I don't think I got anything new. All this stuff is the same. All of this stuff is the same. However, as you can see, I am level 32 on my Titan. I maxed everything out finally. And there's nothing new for my boots, my class armor, or my gauntlets as it seems. However, I did end up getting the Titan raid helmet for the Crota's End raid, which I don't really have upgraded that much. I'm pretty content right now with my helmet saving 14, but I'm definitely working on getting this helmet up so that if I want to switch exotics, I have that choice to do so and still be level 32. Now let's hop over to my materials and let's see what I got there. Alright guys, so here we are on my materials, and as always I have a list that's going to tell us the differences between what we have now and what we had last week. So to start us off, I have 11 exotic shards, and that is one more than I had last week. However, I also spent one or two of them in the past week. For radiant energies, I have 7 more than I had last week, and I did not spend any of those yet. For strange coins, I did spend 13 on the radiant dance machines from Zerb, but I still am up 16 coins from what I was last week. I have 2 more vanguard commendations than I had before, and I did not spend any of those. I was going to possibly spend all my motes of light on engrams from Zerb, but I decided not to for a couple reasons, so I have 10 more now than I had last week. For Ascendant Energies, I don't think I spent any of these yet. Of course, I'm going to be spending some on upgrading my Fatebringer that I finally got, so for now I am up 19 more than I had before. For Ascendant Shards, I have nothing to spend these on, so of course I'm just going to keep getting more and more, and this past week I got 72 more than I had before. Finally, for Radiant Shards, I only have 28 because I did a bunch of upgrading this past week. I fully upgraded everything on my Titan for raid armor as well as on my Hunter except for the boots, and I did a couple upgrades of armor pieces on my Warlock as well. So I only have 28. If it wasn't for all that upgrading though, obviously I would have much more shards than I did before. That basically summarizes all the changes with my materials though, and everything that I got with my 3 characters this past week. Of course, I want to hear what you guys think about this series. Give me your feedback. Let me know what I could do different or better, and also let me know in the comment section below what you guys got as rewards from the past week, whether it be from the Nightfall, the raid, things you bought from Xur, etc. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like on it down below and subscribe for many more Destiny videos to come. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to follow me on my other social media accounts. Links to those are in the description, and for any that you follow, I do very much appreciate. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, everyone, and peace out.